Hello and welcome. This is Chrisanne and I'm coming at you from Elemental Energies with Chrisanne. We are going to be doing the weekly psychic predictions for the week of December 15th through December 22nd of 2024. We are also going to be doing a deck review of the Who Is It Oracle. Now, I'm not sure that I can actually do the weekly review with this deck. A weekly psychic predictions with this deck. I'm going to review the deck. If I can't do the weekly psychic predictions with this deck, I have another deck at the ready to use for that. But nonetheless, I saw potential with this deck. Did purchase it on Amazon. It is not sponsored. I purchased it myself. I will certainly do my best to link it. If I forget to link it, it is okay to reach out. Also, if it has sold out and I'm not able to link it, I will try and leave that a sentence in the description of this video. So let's crack into this deck. It is fully sealed. 78 cards, it says, in this deck. Who is it, Oracle? Blow that out. Okay. I kind of had a certain thing in mind with this deck. I will say that in a moment. Okay. It is what I thought it is. It appears to be a descriptor of people. And a lot of times when I'm doing readings for people, let me back up. If I'm using a traditional tarot deck to do a reading, there are physical characteristics and indicators within the cards that I pull with a traditional tarot deck. With oracle decks, there isn't necessarily some of those physical indicators. That's kind of why I thought this deck would be interesting, because sometimes if we're saying, hey, you got to watch out for somebody at work, something's coming down the pike. Okay, who is it? Who are we talking about? Okay, well, this deck might be helpful for that, which is kind of what I was thinking, because I get asked that question. Well, who is it? Can you describe them? Sometimes I can, just based on the other cards that I'm using that are in front of me. But I thought this deck might be fun adjectives, so to speak, to the story. So let's go through these. These are 78 cards. Seems to be just a tad smaller than a traditional tarot deck. The back is all the same. It's pretty. So let's go through the indicators of what we could be talking about during a reading. So we have the cards of White American, Black or African American, dark skin, exaggerated features, light skin, redhead, square face, tooth gap, blonde, curly hair, facial hair, makeup, red lips, straight hair, tattoo, average height, blue eyes, coarse curly hair, fun colored hair, older than you, round face, short hair, wavy hair, baby face, braids, okay, busty chest, freckles, oval face, same height as you, short, tall, bald, black hair, brunette, markings, piercings, red attire, sharp face, woman, Australian, black clothing, brown eyes, matured, plus size, pregnant, scar, younger than you, Asian, beauty mark, Hispanic or Latino, medium hair, nicely dressed, practitioner, unhealthy habits, witch, animated eyes, beard, hazel eyes, medium skin tone, muscular, powerful, very young, white gray hair, albino, European, green eyes, man, mole, skin condition, vibrant apparel, white clothing, average build, elderly, glasses, long hair, mixed color eyes, skinny, and tribal. Okay, kind of interesting ways to describe people. I think overall I like this. I think I will use this actually in my readings. A couple of these things, if I was creating this deck, I would have done a little bit differently. Like I would have had a child in place of where it said young. I would have had somebody much, much young. I don't think that person that was young looked young. Where's that card? I like how they have different color eyes. I like how they have very young. That's not very young, you know. Overall, do I like these? Yes, I do. Overall, will I use them? Yes, I will. They are a very thin card. Very thin card. Not horrible. I mean, there's a nice finish to it. I think they'll stand up. Do I see myself using these with every single reading? No, I don't. But I think when I do pull them out, they will be helpful. And there's 78 of them. So, I mean, that's pretty generous for this type of deck. So, yeah, I think I'm going to use these. That being said, this is not a deck I can do a reading with. This is a deck that I will use as an adjunct to my decks. Now, when I do readings with cards, I'm typically doing sometimes up to 20 decks for a reading, depending on how long the reading is, and depending on what the questions are and where we're going. But many times I'm using up to 20 decks per reading, and this could be a deck that I would use as an adjunct deck to the reading to give my reading what I like to call adjectives to what it is that we're talking about. So that being said, I can see myself using this. I can see where this would definitely come into play, and this would definitely be useful. So, okay. But that being said, like I thought, I'm not going to do the weekly psychic prediction with that deck. I am going to use this deck, the Mystic Art Medicine cards, and I keep mine in a beautiful bag that my friend drew and designed and sewed and all that fun stuff. Isn't that cool? She does all recycled material bags. Okay, let's move this and this out of the way, and the Who Is It Oracle we're going to leave right over there. So let's do a couple cards and see what this week has in store for us, the December 15th through December 22nd of 2024. If you haven't seen my review of this deck, go back and look. I did it the first week in December. So that one needs to be pulled. Let's see what we have for this week. For this week, we have the card of activation. Did I pull that the first week too? I don't remember. We have the card of activation. So our gifts, our talents, our skills are going to be coming into play. They're going to be activated. So if you're somebody that does healing work, for example, that's going to be kicked up a notch. If you're somebody that is working on a specific project for school, you're going to kick that into high gear. Different things for work are going to be kicked into gear, but mostly this is a card for people that do healing work to have that healing work activated and clicked on. Your gifts, your skills, and your talents are going to be especially activated this week. This is the card of the gift. When that card comes in, it's your guides, your loved ones, your angels, your animal spirit guides. They're all coming around you to support you because this stuff is being activated. They're coming along to help you with your psychicness. Your psychicness is going to be kicked up quite a few notches. Your dreams might be more active. You might be seeing a lot more animals that are coming into play. Look for the synchronicity of the animals that are coming into your life. And then the last card is the card of fertility. Don't freak out. So many people freak out with this card. It can, of course, mean being fertile with child, but that isn't necessarily what it always means. If you are trying to have a child, this is the perfect week to do it. If you're trying to not have a child, don't do anything this week. Avoid things. But mostly what this card means is fertile with ideas. When your skill set is being activated, you are going to be even more fertile with ideas, fertile with purpose, fertile with creativity and getting things rocking and rolling because you are going to be divinely guided to do it. It's going to be a very active week. When these things come up, very, very, very active week. And you might just be exhausted from the active dreams that you have at night with all of these messages coming in. Hope that helps for this week. Take care. And be free. Oh, and be on the lookout. I'm going to be linking it in my description. My deck is going to be available for pre-order. So be watching the description because I will put that link there, link to my website to pre-order my deck that's going to be printed hopefully very soon. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you so much. Take care. And be free.